Japanese people are said to be hardworking. If they're that hardworking, you'd think they must love their jobs. But what percentage of Japanese people actually feel engaged at work? Today, I want to uncover the true nature of the Japanese. There's global data on the percentage of employees who feel engaged at work. The United States, 31%. The world average, 23%. China, 19%. South Korea, 13%. So, what about Japan? 6%.
6?
That's right. 6%, which means 94 out of 100 people are working without any sense of purpose. That might be the true face of the so-called hardworking Japanese. That's what I want to talk about today. Japanese people are said to be hardworking, dedicated, diligent, and never complaining. Can I tell you about myself? Every morning, the first thing that crosses my mind is, I don't want to go, I don't want to work. But I can't be late, so I drag myself out of bed and rush to get ready. And once I get to the office, I immediately start thinking about how to slack off. Not just slack off, I think about how to slack off without getting caught. The art of looking busy while doing nothing. The skill of avoiding unnecessary work. Before I know it, I'm thinking harder than anyone else.
That's actually a lot of mental effort, isn't it?
Right? But here's the thing, were Japanese people actually hardworking to begin with? It turns out that Europeans who visited Japan in the late Edo period wrote this in their records. I have never seen a country with so many lazy people. Far from hardworking. Back then, the Japanese were seen as lazy.
Wait, that's completely different.
Exactly. So why are Japanese people considered hardworking today? I think it comes down to how we're raised. In Japan, from a very young age, there's this unspoken pressure to blend in. Fall in line, don't stand out, don't stick your neck out.
The nail that sticks out gets hammered down.
Exactly. And this isn't just a feeling, there's data to back it up. In an OECD survey of 15-year-olds around the world, in most countries, students with poor grades or from low-income families are more likely to be bullied. But Japan was the opposite. In Japan, students with better grades and more privileged backgrounds are actually more likely to be bullied.
The opposite?
The opposite. Stick out and you get knocked down. That's something Japanese people learn in their bodies from childhood. So, as adults, they spend every day searching for that perfect line. Not too lazy, not too hardworking, just enough to blend in with everyone else. And that might be what looks like hardworking from the outside. It can feel restrictive for the individual, but looking at society as a whole, there are parts that actually work quite well. For example, in Japan, elementary school children walk to school alone, with their backpacks on by themselves. In America, that's almost unthinkable. Parents always drive their kids. In some places, letting a child walk alone could get you reported to the authorities. The reason this is perfectly normal in Japan, I think, is because there's a deeply rooted sense that everyone follows the rules of society together. Fewer people stick out, so society stays stable. The nail that sticks out gets hammered down, so public safety is maintained. There's that side to it as well.
So it's not all bad then.
That's right, but Japan is slowly changing. Community ties are weakening. People don't even know who lives next door anymore. The sense of community is falling apart. And on top of that, younger generations are losing the motivation to work altogether. Going back to that data, only 6% of Japanese people feel engaged at work. Working long hours but feeling no sense of purpose. At this point, it might not even be a survival strategy anymore, just going through the motions.
Is that really okay?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Living in Japan my whole life, America looks so free. So fun. And sometimes I can't help but feel a little envious. But America is also a place where you can be fired without warning. Those who excel rise to the top, but those who don't get left behind. Which is better? That depends on the person. But they're just so different. Don't you find that interesting? So, what did you think? How do Japanese people look from where you're standing? If there's something about Japanese people you want to know more about, or something about Japan you're curious about, let me know in the comments. I'll turn your questions into videos.
Earth Japan will continue bringing you the charm of Japan and the latest travel information. See you again in the next video. Bye! See you!